off one Blue Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Just about ready to go. And on the hill, Spencer Schwellenbach.
This guy has a ton of respect from his own teammates, Boo. He's the type of guy, if he's not having a good day, he'll go out there and just wear it. No matter what happens, his starts tend to be less demanding on the bullpen.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Just off the outside edge. So we're awkward running in game 1. Cut on and lifted in the air. O'Neill makes the grab. And there's one down. Both Bichette up to the dish. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact. Just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as righty to bat.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much they actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
One down, base is empty. In the air, right field. O'Neill puts it away from the out. And there are 2 down. Here's Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right. And this guy's an exception. Very
1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's 1-1.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, out towards right center. Meisner sizing this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. Back here at Tropicana Field and towing the slab, Gavin Williams.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Jackson Holliday.
That's a ball.
Measures 6 feet 6 inches.
Counts 1-0.
250 pounds. A former first-round pick in 2021. Strike 1. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Jordan Westbrook. Nobody on his team has been better at driving the runs this season. First
Ball
pitch doesn't
outside.
find the zone. Seeing velocity 97 with that fastball. Swings and misses at the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a strikeout. What Drummond says he went around. And now it's Brandon Lowe. That one fouled off. Big swing to miss
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Game 1 of the World Series. Here's Mike Trout. Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally fouls come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
Stalker misses down and away. That one is
2 balls,
upstairs.
2 strikes. The count is full.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike. He swings it.
Finally missed. Struck him out. Now one away. And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Dumped up empty. That's strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, a slight little move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to tip your
1 ball,
on the pitch.
2 strikes.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
2-2 the count.
1 out, base is empty. That's hard hit in the line. 2 away now.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Now he steps off to reset. George Springer
Off the plate, ball 1.
stands in the 2 away as he takes the ball. And now
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike. No score here in the second. On the line, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lipped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Runner at first, 2 away. Yoan Moncada next up for the Blue Jays.
Inside.
That's inside. It's 1-0.
Hey!
Roll at first.
No, he's
Springer's
safe.
in there safely. Two outs. That's
Inside, ball 2.
Swing and a foul straight back. Now moves to first.
He's
He
safe.
dives back in safely. Line drive. Squeeze it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in the long ball threat, Junior Caminero. Williams back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
And that's a fair ball. Over to Michelle. The first double play. Sometimes double plays can turn so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all the finer details of how these guys execute. Right there, really nice footwork and good feed to second is the key to pulling it off. Jonathan Miranda now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Ball, that's it.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runs it up to 96 to report the punch out. Back now in Tampa Bay. Well, here we go, top of the third. Scoreless game. Digging in, Alejandro Kirk. Center field. Nice under it. Takes the grab, one down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
It looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rope. Victor Caratini at the plate now. That's ball one. Yeah, that's fouled off. One down, base is empty. Foul ball. Top of the third, no score. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. McCann pulls it down, out. Number 2. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. Slide to right this first time. Corner infielders up in the grass expecting a bunt. Ball one, no strikes.
Hey!
Foul ball there. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning. As we go to the last of the third. And now the catcher for the Rays, James McCann. In there at the knees for a stop.
Ball, left out.
Count even, 1-1. Jimenez swings the first, and a quick out, number 1. Cameron Meister now at the plate. We talked about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, It's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Foul ball, he stays alive. Making 4 strikeouts for him on the bunt today. Here's a speed threat. Johnny DeLuca. Shortened the bunt and missed it.
0-1's the count.
Gets him to chase after that one.
That was
No ball, 2 strikes.
for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Down, nobody on. That
ball, that's in.
Going to count 1 and 2. Just missed.
Really good
2 balls,
take, especially
2
2
strikes.
strikes.
Liner, and this could be trouble.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
The 0-1. Down off left side.
Well, that challenge is a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Runner takes off. Foul ball still 0-2.
Ball 1.
If you were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd
1 ball,
say
2
take
strikes
second
to count.
base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Runner goes again. That one drilled left field. That is it. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. And we're back. Start of the 4th, and now the shortstop, Bichette. Liner steals first.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes the defender is there to make a play.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Ramirez goes 5 feet 9 inches, 190 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican
Ball 1,
Republic.
no strike.
And that skips into this. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Next pitch is outside. Base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
You often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Ripped back to the mound, and that's got him. Good catch for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. 0 for 1 so far.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Dave.
Inside, ball 1.
Inside, sharp slider. On the ground right side. The
pitching outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
On the ground to third. Ramirez tosses the first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. Just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Wow. In the box with one away as he takes ball one. All tied up. We're in game one of the World Series. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
One ball, two strikes.
Ready to hit out there. Third pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage. Just squared it up nicely.
One out. Runner at second. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Tyler O'Neill. The one. Just outside edge.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. This situation, I'm going too well. Put yourself in a pretty good spot.
Yeah. Time, it's strike two.
I would throw him a break ball. Try to go with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just had a hard time catching up.
That was sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Stop sign goes up to third. Runners at the corners with one out. Now it's going to This is inside.
Ball two.
2-2. It's fouled off. They'll do it again.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little charter.
Count it 3-2.
Misses. Count full 3-2. Here goes the runner. On the ground. Jimenez for the first. He's gone. Here is James McCann. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Ramirez. Sends it across the first. And could have been worse. Game one of the World Series. And now the right fielder, George Springer. Schwellenbach back to work. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that will drop foul. Slider misses outside.
So the offense has gotten going, and the pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Foul off down the right side.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Inside.
Ball, that's off the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count.
Just this.
Down this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Right center. That's back there. Whoa! He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they've got their first run. It's 2-1. Here is Moncada. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul. And that one fouled off. Pitch
1
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
1 and 2. Way
Ball.
high. And that one is lifted in the air. O'Neal makes the grab, 1 away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Right to center his first time, he's 0 for 1. There's the strike.
0-1.
On the ground to third. Crowded kicks foul.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, look for something down in the zone, but not too far. I want to chase that breaking ball in the
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Blue Jays down a run. Grounds 1 to short. Westbrook fires the first.
He's out.
Nick Caratini at the plate. First time up was a pop-out. Bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Cameron Meisner. That pitch gets the inside corner.
0-1 is the count. Ball inside.
Marshall sizes this one up. Makes the catch for the out. 1 down. Stepping in for the Rays. Johnny 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's down and in. Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Jackson Holliday. 0-2 in this one.
Oh, that's just
missed off the outside edge.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Back now in Tampa Bay, all set for the start of the inning. Now for the Jays, Andres Gimenez. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Edwin Lucetta.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Up the middle, Westbrook. Gets it to first. Out of the bunny game play, but he made it close. So up next for Toronto, Robichette. Nope. Just missing.
Count 1-0.
Running through that one for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one the other way. And that's a fair ball. Man at first with 1 gone. And the batter now, Jose Ramirez. 1 for 2. And he takes one right on the block. 1-1. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. That was a pretty good pitch. Break the ball down and in, but
so they turn to their closer, Griffin Jax.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Here's Trout. Just missed.
That's
The
inside.
last thing he wants is to hit the ball.
Maybe a 2-ball. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Jordan West.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Slice down the right side.
A lot of pop in that bat. Had the distance for the Oppo home run, but many times you have that slice going to the opposite field. You just couldn't keep that one fair.
Jimenez. In plenty of time. The first leadoff man retired in the 6th. Now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the corner. Strike 1.
1-1.
Skips into there. Puts it away for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Junior Caminero getting ready to hit. Hey. Win.
0-1.
And now the count
that ball
is
went out.
even.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball is down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching him. Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
O'Neill in the box now. No balls in a strike. That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Miss, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. New inning getting started, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. First pitch misses.
Well, with both starters on this ball game, it now becomes battle of the bullpens, and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Ball 2.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That puts the corner. That one for strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Hit the air, center field. Meisner makes the grab, and there's 1 down. Here's George Springer. He's already homered in this game. He's 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016.
Right through there for a strike. Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. Get ahead on a good hitter as well. It's a little bit more confidence to move to the at-bat.
Next off from this down. Righty delivers.
1 ball,
Away.
2 strikes.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the late stages of game 1.
That's in, ball 2.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Soft place. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Swing and a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Pitcher's away and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
And now Yohan Moncada. Swinging the foul out of play. Out to center. Westbrook sizing this one up. Calls it in 2 away. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here and look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
That's a ball.
To step out of the way for ball 1.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ground ball left side.
No, that's a foul ball.
Just foul. Fights it off. We'll see another. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in Game 1 of the World Series.
Ball, that's out.
2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. Sure, there's sometimes where pitchers probably just give up a first pitch single and have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and he'll take the break. Set for the last half of the seventh. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Orangis. Pitches will strike.
Well, with this speed, he can really make some things happen leading off.
Ground ball to the right side. And it gets by him.
That was just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to back that for. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball
Got him on the first. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Trying to see if they can drive him in for second.
Trout on his horse. 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Johnny DeLuca. Absolutely fly. One of the faster players in baseball. A swing and a miss. And that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
And it's second.
Ball right up there.
Gets out of the way. Rosario at second with 2 down. And ball forward to a board.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Here's the third baseman, Jackson Holliday. Here's the 3 in this one. That is out of play. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at one above his line.
0-2.
And that one is in the dirt. That's 4-1.
That's ball 2.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Gets off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. Here at Tropicana Field, at the top of the 8th, out for the Jays, Victor Caratini. reliever on the mound.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity. To come in and protect the tight lead. Late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Next off is down low. Right now, behind him, count 2 balls and 4 strikes.
No free passes. You can't allow that.
Swing and a pop-up. Westbrook. Balls it in, and there's 1 away. Andres Jimenez digs in now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, a strikeout.
Ball 1.
Just misses. Holding on to a 1-run lead in the top of the 8th.
Inside, ball 2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. They can this down and away. It's a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Here's the throw. Not gonna get it.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten it just like that.
And now Bobichet. Comes in quickly, and the time run forced the fold out of third with 1 away.
Didn't take long to get a result with that at bat. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground.
Pitching change here, Garrett Clevenger.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in this situation.
And fouled off. And that one fouled off.
He's falling behind in a huge spot there. He's got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those
1 ball,
feet,
2
whatever
strikes.
it takes.
Now a pitch out to defend against the squeeze, but nothing going on. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. Here's a play. And we are tied. Now Lang on track.
anytime you get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can run this back.
Inside
ball
ball.
one.
Swings, and he breaks his back. Throws the first in time. Third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Stepping in for the Rays, Jordan Westburg. Little back to work.
Oh, that pitch is out.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee, get up in the air, and untie this ball game.
Nope,
It's off
that's
the
inside.
inside corner. 2-0. Now he catches the corner for a strike.
That's a really good take.
Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be spitting back in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Wow. Swings through it for strike one.
0-1's again.
All tied up in the bottom half of the eighth inning. That misses the zone. 1-1.
Ball
Ball is
back in.
inside. Trout trying to get to it. He's got it. And there's two away. And next will be the cleanup hitter. Junior Cabanero. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Ain't gonna miss. He's out front.
0-1.
And it's quickly 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Striking him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back now in Tampa Bay. We go to the ninth. And here is Dalton Varsho. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
That one
Ball,
drifts
that's inside.
Next
Ball,
one off the
in.
plate inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Two balls,
Hang
2
in there
strikes.
with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Just missed. Bounced and that got the pitcher. Saved with first, and now a check on the lefty. Hope he's on.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. To me, this is just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stay disciplined, got the barrel for the ball, and put it in play.
And the batter is George Springer. This to third. To second, there's one, and that's 2.
The 5-4-3 double play is a gem in baseball. How can you not appreciate the skill and practice it takes to make this look so easy? Great work by the infield. Foul off.
This one popped up. do it. Bottom 9, now up for Tampa Bay, Davis Snyder. Delivers a pitch in for a strike for Andy Fox.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I love that swing, and I'm sure his hitting coach does even more. He took the pitch. Right on the low outside corner of the zone, and just ripped it for a base hit. And that's easy to set.
Swing and a miss.
No ball,
That was 0-2. It misses. It's a strikeout. James McCann in now. So far, the playoffs have not been kind to him, but tonight, a chance to start anew.
So much of this game is mental. He's just got to tell himself, I'm here. Work hard all year. Go out, have fun. Trust your ability.
You know, Cindy, there's some people in minutes. There's one. Double. Oh, he's out. Extra innings. And we're back. So now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Shane McClanahan. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there's one down. So up next, Victor Caratini.
No, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down.
Off the plate, ball one.
You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And grounds one to the right side. Wow,
He's out.
2 away. Here's the second baseman, Andres Gimenez. 1 for 4 with a double. Brother infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. And that's pushed foul off to the left in that play. Swing and miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
This is not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get in the swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. There's something maybe down in the dirt.
Ball one. Upstairs, ball 1.
Oh, this badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So he's got to stay ready for it.
2-2
Not close with that one. That's ball 2. Down, nobody on. Here are the late stages of game 1. To the right side, Noel. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now here is Cameron Meisner. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Now a drag bunt to the big side. The first runner pulls it off the bat. No outs. Runner at first. Now, John Deluca. Infield looks like they're expecting a bunt with speed at the plate. Down to move over.
Very basic, but there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Outside, that's the ball.
Hit takes ball one. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. I don't know if it's so good. I'll try to get some hitting there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The winning run on second base. The other way, and it stays there. Headed to a play. Throw is and the Rays walk it off to win game one.
Well, in postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. So having a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win to get us from the page quickly and back to the next game.
A 3-2 final score in this one. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shabby saying so long.